heard of Mary Pickford before, but I hadn't made the connection until I started researching and looking her up, and I was like, oh wow, she is really a fascinating person, and she is truly an icon. I haven't worked with a full thing where you keep changing the costume and get a completely different look, where you're doing a character shoot. I haven't done that very much. I've done it before with my daughter, with her costumes and things, but not so much on this level before. So it was really fun, and I've really enjoyed it. It was fun, just going bam, bam, bam. That was quite exciting, and of course, there was lag time in between, but we had fun playing with the lights and just taking general pictures of the sets and everything in between. So we filled the time up quite nicely. Well, the lighting we used today we kept it quite simple. At most we used 2 lights. Most of the time we was using just 1 light, and there at the end I was just using ambient light. So we just was keeping it quite simple, really. Because usually I shoot in color, and I may decide later to turn it to black and white or monotone. And but for today's shoot, I actually went and put it on my camera, turned it to monotone, so that I could see the black and white image on the back of my camera, and you can immediately see where the light is. There was no distraction with color whatsoever, so I actually found it quite easier to shoot that. I may start just shooting that way, period. Because when you're shooting in RAW, you got all the color there anyway. But if you're shooting in black and white, you can immediately see how the light is hitting it. So I found it quite easy. What was it like working with Kathrine? She was fantastic. A lot of times you said the doctor is the worst patient, or the photographer is going to be worse in front of the camera. And I am bad in front of the camera. I do not like having my picture taken. But Kathrine was fantastic. She jumped right in there. She understood the moves and things I wanted to move. I wanted her to pose, and she was just fantastic. Oh, I did have a bit difficult with her. Don't smile. Don't smile. The more I told her not to smile, the more she wanted to smile. I guess that's with everybody. If you tell them not to smile, it's the first thing they want to do is smile. But yeah, because most of the pictures are pretty somber pictures, and she does look quite sad in a lot of the pictures. So I had to tell Kathrine not to smile. Don't smile. Do a bit of research on your character. That does help too, because I'm really impressed with Mary Pickford and how her effect she's had on history. So it's been a learning curve there as well.
Well, she was the first real celebrity in a way, or a celebrity movie star. She started in theatre actually, but then became one of the first well-known female actors in movies. She starred in a lot of silent movies in the 1910s and 20s, and started her own company after that, United Artists, with Charlie Chaplin and Douglas Fairbanks. She was a really strong woman. She always negotiated her own fees and got the best rates possible, and was the best earning actress for a long time as well as being the most famous one at her time. So yeah, I like her for a lot of reasons, and I think she was very strong and did some very admirable things, and showed some real character and girl power. They are just really gorgeously lit. Almost a bit like Caravaggio in the way that the light falls on her face. She was quite natural as well. She seemed to just feel completely natural about being the centre of attention and just looking good in photographs. And I hope, because I realised that it's not that easy to look natural, so I hope I've managed, at least in some of the pictures we took today, to look like I wasn't terrified. Tammy is just amazing. She is as into this as I am, and she just got so excited when we started planning the shoot. We would email each other quite late at night going like, hey, I just got this idea, and we started a Pinterest board together which we both uploaded pictures to, and where we could chat about each picture, what we thought and which ideas we got from those pictures and which costumes we had and so on. So it's been amazing working with Tammy. She's just really enthusiastic and a great photographer as well.